Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we are reading for the overview of Aries season. Aries season will be from March 20th through April 19th. Now, when I am doing the overview, the big reading, and I look at this as kind of like the chapters in our lives, where the general readings are more of the paragraphs of our lives or the pages of our lives. So when I am reading for the longer readings, I use a bunch of decks. I am using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards for the main message. I will then go to my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. That helps to provide some clarity, kind of fills in the gaps. We then go to my Osha Zen Tarot cards, and what that does is that helps to give us words of advice. My Archangel Power Tarot cards, again, Radley Valentine, and I really like how they kind of summarize everything. We then will be going to another Radley Valentine deck, and I did this, I think, last time. We'll pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. This is a little wordy, but it's got a really nice message. It's very gentle, okay? But the message, I like the messages. I will use, during the beginning part, this introduction, I will also pull from my Rider tarot cards. It's one of the more original tarot decks. Okay. Then I will finish with my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay. I am an intuitive channeler. What that means is that I open myself to higher power. Let whatever the message is come through my mouth. My job, just deliver it for whoever might need to hear it. And I do love hearing that the message was delivered. So, like I said, it may or may not resonate. And again, that's great. That's okay. Take what you like. Now, let's go through a little bit of the overview of what Aries season is about. This is just kind of the planetary movements, and just so you can get a little bit of a basic understanding. So on March 20th, Aries season began on 5:38, and this will all be Eastern Standard Time. It is also the equinox. Equinox means equal light and day. Now, in the northern hemisphere, that means it's the spring equinox, and in the southern hemisphere, that is the fall or autumn equinox. And that actually started again on the 20th, but that was like at 5:37 a.m. So they're really very close to each other. So we're just going to say, now, something with the, I go through some of websites. I don't watch other readers. I don't watch other, horoscopes per se. But I do look at like where planets are and, what time that, they're transitioning or where they're going to be at, right? One of the messages that I picked up that I'm surmising is that, again, this is new start, new beginning of the astrological year. So, with the planetary movements, a lot of the messages from sites, and I do post that on my YouTube community, or I post these, sites that I get a little bit of this information from on my Facebook page. I haven't been really active in my Instagram or my Twitter so much, or my Pinterest, but the overall energy is something big's happening, surprise, get ready for some interesting energy, get ready for some interesting news. Now, is that going to be in your personal life? It could be. Is that going to be in the overall general, world, the life of the world? It could be that too. The thing is that no matter what goes on in the world, we still have to live our own lives, and we still have to make our own choices as much as we can make those choices. So much influences us, and so much, we are held, and I'm getting conscription, yeah. We are held to a certain standard, just because, if you want to have a mortgage, if you, have a mortgage or rent, or, we have to pay our rent, we have to, roof over our heads, food in our mouth. So there is certain things that, we have to comply with in order for these things to happen. But in some ways, this is also going to be about, Again, I know I talk about it all the time. Saturn in Aquarius, reality versus illusion. And as Saturn gets more and more into Aquarius, and it'll be there for 2 years, we will be seeing more of that. We will be having the choice to see whether that we want to look at the reality or the illusion. Okay, just letting you know all that. So overall energy, let's go ahead and pull an angel tarot card. And here we go here. Oops. And the pink deck that I said, they're actually guardian angel tarot cards. That's what those are. This is the angel tarot cards. Let's see what we might have for the overall energy for Aries. And I have my notes right over here, so that's why I looked there too. Because here we go. 1, 2, and 3. As you might know, if you follow, reverse cards have a really strong energy. So we have 3 cards face down. First card up. Oh, get busy, get ready, do your work. 7s, that number is a perfect number. It has a divine meaning. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, get down to business. Money energy too. So the overall energy with this is a lot of the things we've been waiting for, a lot of the things that we've been doing will come to fruition during this time, or at least they will start to pop their heads up. Think of it as with the spring, we've planted the seeds and now they're popping up. We do have to nurture these dreams. We do have to nurture them, keep them watered, or however we want to do that. And again, too, I'm talking about keeping our vibrations really, really high as much as we can in order for them to grow. So this Aries season is about a lot of growth, but it's a lot, new beginnings, new starts. Anyway. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. Your next card up is the Ace of Air. Now, air energy is our Aquarius. It is our Gemini. It is our Libra. There's going to be all of these energies, all these air signs will be in play a little bit this month. Some a little more than the other, okay? Air is strategic thinking. It is making some plans. It could also be hearing news. Now, aces are new beginnings. You can think of those as a 1. So again, a lot of the things we've been working on, a lot of the things we've been planting, a lot of the things we've been that we've been wishing and wanting, we should be seeing them start to grow. So this is what's happening in Aries season. Now, brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation. Remember Saturn, I know. Reality versus illusion. A challenging beginning. And that's, and as you're going to see, nothing's going to be, I have some words that I, during my meditations from higher power, nothing, life isn't easy. Life isn't easy. It is a challenge. It is a journey for us, but it's very worthwhile. Your last card here, 6 of Water. So here we have, now it's interesting that in a fire sign, which is what Aries is all about, and remember, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are all fire signs. They are about, passionate, burning, very determined type of energies here. So we're in Aries. We have our earth energy here. We have our air energy here. And now we have our water energy. Water is Cancer, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We are finished with Pisces season. It's very emotional. There's a little bit of romance. There's a little bit of nostalgia here too. Okay? 6 is the number of man. So kind of like, what is it that we can create? What is our illusion? I'm getting what is our illusion? What do we need to look deeper into? Now the 6 of Water has a lot of nostalgia in it too. So it's kind of like you need to see, maybe this is about looking back and seeing the truth of your situation. Anyway, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Okay, so now, like I said, when I'm doing my meditation, when I'm preparing even, I ask higher power to give me some words, give me some, what I need to share for you. And this one is, and I'm, I'm not going to say, and this is why I really don't watch other readers and I don't read other horoscopes, because I don't want to influence what comes through. But, as I'm preparing and getting times and stuff, I'm sure that there is some of those influences that do seep through. But with higher power, and also too, I was pulling my guardian angels with this too, so to help me with some of these words. And what I got was, it's up to you to claim your personal power. No one else will do it for you. No one else will do it for you. Give your fear to higher power. Life is to be lived. Let go of in what I call stinking thinking, okay? And flying high is risky, but so is living. Live and let live. And what that meant to me was, you know what? People, you do what you've got to do, but you let me do what I want to do or what I've got to do, okay? So, sometimes we can't always do what we want to do, but it is live and let live. Now, these two are here. Let's see what we have, and let's go pull one other card. They were sideways, but I'll put them as reversed. And here we go. Let's see. And like I said, this is my Rider Tarot cards. Now, if we ever get the Death card, please don't be afraid of that. It just means something happens very quickly. So something has to end in order for something to begin, and it happens very dramatically and very quickly. So don't ever be afraid of that card. I've had that in my life, and I'm like, oh, no, but nobody dies. It's just a situation changes quicker, okay? And sometimes it's a situation we want, but we just didn't want it to change so quick. Okay, your first card here is the King of Wands. Now, the King's underlying energy is air energy. And again, we've talked about what air energy is. The overlying energy is fire energy, and I've talked about what fire energy is. The King of Wands is taking a look at the whole big picture. Okay, so with this, look at everything. Look at everything. Don't take anything for granted, but don't get so caught up in the small stuff that you forget to live your life. Okay, Temperance, all about balance. We balance, keeping things in an even keel. Ooh, not evil, even keel. Keeping things. Remember your work-life balance type of thing, and also to your thoughts, words, mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your intuition, keeping things in balance, okay? And that means taking care of yourself during this time, getting the proper rest, eating well, doing the things you need to do. Now, a lot of times, whether you're in spring or autumn, a lot of times we need to look back and say, okay, if we're in spring, maybe it's time for us to, go on that diet. If we're in autumn and we're getting ready for winter time, hey, it is still, there is changes in those habits too. So it's kind of I'm getting a really I'm getting kind of a get out of your funk, get out of, and that's F-U-N-K, get out of your funk, get out of your sweat clothes, because, start moving. Now, yes, you're saying, well, if I'm in my sweat clothes, no, the people that I'm talking to, you've been in your sweat clothes and you haven't been moving. So if you're going to wear the sweat clothes, get moving. Anyway, so Aries season, get moving. Again, that would go with life is to be lived. Your last card here, okay, and that is reversed. That is the Nine of Swords. Swords is your air energy, which we've talked about also. And that's the Four of Swords. Four of Swords. There's a lot of things that have to be let go of. There's a lot of things that you need to rethink. There's a lot of things that you need to rehash, and yet at the same time also let go of. Now, fours do have some stability to it, and it's also about organization. Now, remember too, and I know I talk about this, but Saturn and Jupiter become more and more enmeshed in the Aquarius energies as we go on. So again, keep our vibrations high during this time. All of the planets are direct, and they will be direct until the 27th of April. So this is pushing us forward. There's a node that's retro. I'm not going to get too much into that, but most of the planets are pushing us forward. Aries season is pushing us forward also. Now, couple of things that I thought were important. was the 21st of March and the 22nd of March. We had, well, the 21st, we had Venus entering Aries. Okay? Venus is emotions. Venus is about love, relationships. And as it enters into Aries, it is, it is passionate. It is bringing things up in our emotional states and also in our relationships. And then we have, though, Gemini is trined with Saturn and Aquarius. That is really, that's, okay, Saturn is what, like I've talked about that all the time. And Gemini is about independent thinking. Geminis are very independent thinkers, and they do, they're very quick-witted also. So there's something, just think about that 21st, 22nd, especially with your relationships, especially with how you are viewing your relationships, okay? Now, we jump down to the 28th of March, and we've got some interesting stuff going on there too. The 28th of March, the moon will be full. It will be in Libra at 6:27 p.m., again, Eastern Standard Time. Now, it is trine. There is a grand trine with that. Now, that is also, grand trines are very lucky. They're very, oh my goodness, what do I want to say about a grand trine? They're very magical in many ways, and they are times for great manifestation. So remember, new moon to full moon, as the moon is waxing and getting bigger, that's when we're requesting. Full moon to new moon, as it gets smaller, waning, that's when we let go. The full moon is one of those times where we do it all. We do release, relinquish, request. Release what we don't need anymore, release what's holding us back, relinquish what we don't need anymore, and request the good stuff. And remember, we have so much Aquarius energy, we need to speak it out. So there is going to be, the trine, full moon in Libra, it trines with Saturn in Aquarius. Now remember, Libra is about balance. Libra likes balance. But Saturn, Saturn in Aquarius wants to bring things out to you. So there could be a little bit of information that comes out, or situations that you're like, oh my gosh. But we need that. Libra needed to balance it, because people were too strongly one way, and said this is to balance the other. Now, the Libra is trined with Jupiter, which is also in Aquarius. That's about good fortune. So there could be some changes in fortune for the positive, okay? That could bring money in also. Then we have Libra trines with Mars in Gemini. And remember, Mars is an Aries energy. But, so this is the warrior. This is the, going into battle type of energy. But Gemini has you thinking through this. Gemini is kind of like pick your battles, choose wisely. What is it that you really want to go after? So the full moon in Libra is going to be about, it could be about sudden changes, shifts. It will go towards the positive, though of course full moons are always a little bit uncomfortable for many of us. Unexpected information, unexpected kind of like, surprise, this is happening. Again, too, I talk about when, I never say to worship the moon. Higher power is for who I worship, or, who I connect with, I should say. But a full moon is a divine creation, so I do feel that the energies do scientifically affect us. It affects the world. So it is a good time to make that connection and to put out your energies, okay? That's where I say release, relinquish, and request. Whew! Now, I didn't put a date on this, and I don't know why, but Mercury is in Pisces at this time. It's going to be conjunct with Neptune, which is also in Pisces, and they're both at 21 degrees. So there's something going on there, and it's going to be between the 28th and the 3rd of April. I think it was like the 28th through the 31st of March, but I didn't put a date on that. My bad. Anyway, it connected with me because again, Mercury is about communications, and and Neptune and Pisces, they do delve into that darker place, that darker area. So this could be some dark, deep secrets, conversations, notifications happening. But the thing is, with that full moon, again, so as things kind of, I don't know, do we want to say they get set in motion? It could be some of these things are brought to that light, okay? Because, Libra, air energy, Aquarius, air energy, Gemini, air energy. Okay. Then we go on to April 3rd. April 3rd, Mercury is entering into Aries at 11:42 p.m. Now, let's see what we want to say about that. Now, Aries fire sign. I am going to say, watch what you say. Watch what you talk about. Aries might push you forward, and you may overpromise. So you may say, sure, I can get that done, and then afterwards, as you're trying to get something done, especially in your work, you're like, oh my gosh, I said I could get it done, but I didn't know I had to get it done yesterday. So just watch your mouth, watch what you say, because I do feel that there's going to be some impulsive type of communication at this time. So let's go on and see what we have here for the 3rd of April when Mercury changes. Here we go. 3 of air. Okay, so 3s have a celestial type of energy. 3 of air is a recovery time. To me, that's the 3 of swords. I look at that as recovering. So this could be one of those times, maybe this communication will be where somebody comes back into your life and you need to, have a really strong conversation about your relationship. But the 3 of air, that's the 3 of swords. So it's that heart with those 3 swords. And everyone's like, no, 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 along with the death card. Put those away, put those away. It is about recovering. It is about healing. It is about getting things out. I'm kind of getting this, like you need to regurgitate the emotion in order for you to heal again, okay? So that could be vomiting of the mouth, and I don't mean you're going to physically get sick, but it's just like so much stuff just comes out. So, again, I'm going to say be careful a little bit too, because once it leaves, it can never come back, okay? So great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. Reverse, let's see what we have here. 9 of fire. 9s have that finality, completion energy. We've talked about fire energy. I love her. She is so strong. Whether you be male or female, it doesn't matter. She has such great strength. So, I like to call her the dragon tamer or the dragon slayer. Sometimes there are dragons that we need to slay. So this is all about standing firm. Okay, so if you're going to say something, mean what you say and say what you mean, okay? Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. And your last card here, the 10 of earth. Now I love this. 10's transitional number. Earth is, again, the number that we talked about, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Very solid energy. And I think we have actually on the 14th, we actually have Venus entering Taurus. So between, I would say, the 3rd and the 14th, you could see some stabilization in your emotions and in your family life too, okay? Because this is about a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Now, we do come to that new moon, and let's see where my cards are. There they are. We have that new moon in April on the 11th. It is in Aries, and that's at 10:30 p.m. New moons begin new projects, new starts, new anything, okay? So let's just take one card for the new moon and see what we have here. King of Swords. Okay, so remember the king underlying energy is air, which is swords. Oh, and the swords energy is air. Okay, so this is air, air. So this would be your again your Aquarius, your Gemini, your Libra. The King of Swords is like this is the oldest of the decks. This is the oldest of the cards, and this brings about great wisdom. So if this is something that you want, if you are planning on starting a new project at this time, this is a time really think things through. But, and again, too, I'm always saying, connect with your higher power, your guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine archangels, whoever that is for you, because they will guide you. And that is actually where wisdom does help. Wisdom does come, is knowing that there is more than just you. Just thinking that we have all the answers is arrogance. So we don't have all the answers, but we know how to find many or some of those answers. The King of Swords, though, is just, it sees clearly, and I get the word crisp. Crisp, so is that, so basically crisp, whoever, I don't know, but I'm getting the word crisp. Okay, I talked about the 14th of April, Venus entering Taurus, which is an earth sign. I do feel that is going to be, that the emotions are going to start stabilizing more and more. And also this will be developing relationships. It'll be really kind of learning what makes other people tick. Okay. And then we come to the 19th of April and Taurus season begins. And so Taurus season will begin at 4:34 p.m. Now, let's just pull one from my arcane. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got a bunch that just fell out. So let's see what we might have going on for Taurus. We're just going to do these real quick. Knight's underlying energy is fire. Ariel is earth energy. We've talked about that. Basically, in Taurus, there's going to be a lot to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. So Taurus is coming out already as a lot of this stuff has helped us to prepare, and now it's time to get busy. And remember, nights are directional. Here we go with the Page of Fire reversed. Page of Fire is follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. Gabriel is fire energy. Energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Underlying energy of a page is earth. Now, we come back to, and again reversed, we come back to King of Michael. Now, King of Michael is the same as the King of Air. Okay? So, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So a lot of things that are happening in Aries, they really get moving in Taurus. And our last card is an Archangel energy card, so this is really, really strong. Archangel Azrael, and this is peace. That would be lovely. I would love Taurus. I would love Aries to end with Taurus beginning on a note of peace. That would be so lovely, wouldn't it? Now, Archangel Azrael. So remember Azrael's name. Release the past. And we've talked about a lot of that. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Now, one thing before we go on to our individual readings. I love this one, and so this is kind of like the end of, so that would be sometime in the end of April to the beginning of, the end of Aries season to the beginning of Taurus season. I think that would be lovely. But again, it's letting go of that past. It's, there's a lot of healing. Remember that Three of Swords, I think it was, or three. And there goes a card down there, but let's see what we have here. And let me go pick that card up. Excuse me. So what crystal or energy might be good for us? And I should have this too. I don't know that this is it. It just kind of looks like it. So anyway, Aragon, star clusters, earth healing, which we need, grounding, stress relief, and vitality. So we've got a lot of energy. So when I was talking about releasing the past, a lot of that has to happen with that 3 of air, which is the 3 of swords. Also that 6 of water. Now, lots of things happening, lots of really good energy, no matter where we're living. Again, too, I will go back to the words that I heard from higher power, and I'm reading it up here. It's up to you to claim your own personal power. No one else will do it for you. Give your fear to your higher power, guardian angel, your spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, your archangel, whoever that is for you. Life is to be lived. Let go of stinking thinking. Oh, things are never going to get better. Da, da, da. No, we have to put out the positive energies, okay? And, okay, flying high is risky, but so is living. Live and let live. So that's what we've got right now as our overview. And now we will start our individual readings. Hello, my Pisces, and welcome to Pisces in Aries season. Now, I've talked about all the things in the introduction, so I hope you watched it. But I did not talk about Queen's underlying energy. Queen's underlying energy is water, which is emotional energy, which is your energy, Cancer and Scorpio. Okay, so let's see what we have going for my Pisces. Now, my Pisces, now think of a reversed bottleneck, okay? And you have been, you have been working so hard. You have been, working towards so many different outcomes. But think of like a reversed bottleneck, kind of getting stuck. But instead of it going in and getting stuck and you kind of getting caught up in the bottle, I feel like your bottleneck is going to be bigger. It's going to actually, have ultimate or many, many types of infinite opportunities for you, okay? So now that could be in your work, your job, your career, could be your personal, intimate, interpersonal, it could be family or home, it could be all of the 3. Now, part of it, I do think that from maybe now until the 28th, there might be a little bit, kind of a little bit of conflict or conflicted emotions. But I do think that after that full moon, well, you might be hearing some news also that, it's kind of a hurry up and wait also energy. So anyway, let's go on and see what we have here for my Pisces. This is the card that fell out. Page of Water. Remember, we talk about Page as underlying energy. It's about your job, your work, something very tangible. Water is your energy. Again, Cancer or Scorpio energy. Fluid, emotional. There's a lot of excitement to this. There's a lot of oh my gosh, I can hardly wait. There's a lot of playfulness with this energy. There's a lot of let's get things moving type of energy. And at the same time, I told you there's a little bit of this kind of trepidation type of energy too. I think things will free themselves up, kind of that reversed bottleneck, more so again, that 28th to the 4th, because there's some things going on with Pisces, Mercury with Pisces, so you might have to wait until after that time. But after that time, things will actually feel so much better, so much lighter. Anyway, the Page of Water is intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Look for that more in April. I mean, now the psychic abilities definitely now until that April 4th type of thing also, but the new person could be coming more so in that April time. Your next card is here, the Knight of Water. So remember, Page's underlying energy is earth, Knight's is fire, water energy is again you. So there's an emotional commitment, emotional start. There is a just like putting everything into this. Throwing everything but the kitchen sink into all of this, okay? Knight's directional. Again, this could be this new person, this new relationship. You could have actually, I kind of feel like there's a big gathering around you also. So there is a gathering, there's everybody coming in, and it's not just 1 or 2 people. I feel that you are in a very home environment, very caring, loving, very tangible type of energy. This is great. I love this. I love your energy here. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. falling in love, or wedding proposals. The need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. Now, the only thing is about this, remember, sometimes when you have all these wonderful things, my Pisces, you're always waiting for that other shoe to drop. It doesn't mean that it's going to, but it's always in your back of your mind. When is that going to happen? Well, it doesn't look like anything's going to be happening really, but because you put that out there, anything could happen. Here we go. Last card reversed. The Queen of Earth. Well, not in your home at least. Not in your home or in your work. Queen's underlying energy is, again, water energy, your energy. Earth energy, again, is that solid, tangible energy. The queens are practical. So there is this emotional, but this is where my Pisces, you probably shine more than your others, the Scorpio and the Cancer. This is where you pull out, you pull out your practicality. You want to get done what needs to get done. So there's a lot of this, okay, maybe I'm all enmeshed in this water, in this romance, in this love, in this caring, but what needs to get done? We need to get done what we need to get done. I will stand in my power, whether you be male or female. You're going to stand in your power, but again, it's things have to get done. And my Pisces, you're very good at delegating. So you might be the one to delegate. I kind of see you sitting on your throne saying, that goes over there, that goes over there. Oh, by the way, I need some tea. Okay, drink some tea. Okay, is it snack time? Okay, so kind of energy, okay? But it's very practical. It feels very lovely. Anyway, the Queen of Earth is thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Now, so then in itself, as a main, the main reading, the main issue, that in itself, you're surrounded by love, you're surrounded by caring people, or if not, if you don't see them around you, you will be finding them around you, but you have a strong practicality here. Strong practicality. There is, so, again, remember, my relationships are work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. So even though there's this commitment, this let's get this done. Again, there's a very, you don't just throw yourself in blindly. Okay, you think about things. You think about things, and you actually amaze people when they see your practicality. They think of you as very dreamy and very like the water flows and stuff. And then when you show your practical side, that actually surprises them a lot. But let's see what we have for clarification on these cards. Here we are. Victory and success. 6, the number of man, very much what you control, what you can take care of. Positive, again, I like I said, the bottleneck goes up. You're no longer stuck. Things are moving in a better direction for you. I know things are going up. Things are going up, okay? Things are moving up for you. Embrace it. Claim it. Here we are. And also, blow your horn. Then we have a 9. So we have a 6 and 9. 9, this is, about solitude. Remember, you do need to have a little bit of time to take back for yourself. This is where you are able to actually re-energize and where you are able to kind of withdraw a little bit to kind of get your sea legs, your feet, kind of grounded. Now, we have a 9, so finality, wrapping things up type of energy here too. So there might be so much going on around you with this. You remember to take care of yourself. Remember that during this time, and again, I would say this is actually from, that full moon's really strong, but I would say from like the 24th until maybe the 14th. This is where you be apart, be happy, and then periodically go take your nap, go take your break, go take whatever it is you need to recharge. Because sometimes you can be around so much water energy that they can, and it's very positive. It's very positive energy. But, you do get your energy kind of, you got to watch out for those, you got to, from the leeches. Okay, you have to watch out for the people that like to suck your energy, because you might be around somebody that's very, You think, wow, I really had a fun time, but why am I so tired? Okay, so you need to make sure that that you take care of yourself during this time. Okay, also too, I'm kind of feeling, and I remember Queen of Earth, and I know I'm feeling chess pieces. I'm feeling kind of, and I don't know if that's the Queen, the piece of the Queen or the King, but I'm also feeling like your castle, so you need to protect your castle also. Again, I've talked about this, I think, in many of the readings, but not all, but I will tell you that, because again, there's so much water here that, water, very empathetic, very transmutable, very much, like I said, leech type of energy. You need to make sure you protect your own energy, however that is for you. What I do, like I like to put things out into the air. I basically, to my higher power, cover me with your cloak of protection. Okay? Okay, so you do have to, even though things look good and are feeling good and there's lots of stuff happening and it's happiness and it's, again, there's so much emotion around you, you need to make sure you protect yourself. Okay? Okay. And our next one, prosperity begins. Again, this is, this would be kind of like your magician. This would be kind of like, not quite your dreamer, but this would be things happening, things moving. Again, it's that bottleneck going up. Things, things working better for you. Again, prosperity begins. So, and look, there's somebody that's with you during this time, which possibly is coming from this page and Knight of Water. Now, let's go to Osha Zen Tarot and see what words of advice for my Pisces. Here we go. And my Pisces, I don't know if this is, but I am feeling another water sign with you. So, just another water sign around you. I hate to say this, but they're rather needy, okay? They're rather needy, so that might be why I think you need to do this, okay? But they, and it's not, I don't even think, it's not so much that they're, okay, oops, card. Not so much, they're not wishing ill or anything. I just feel like they're kind of clingy and needy. Okay. Anyway, let's go on. Clinging to the past. Oh, okay. So things happening. Remember I said that, sometimes you wait for did I say this? That you wait for the other shoe to drop. Be careful about that. Okay. What you put out there, I told you I'm married to a Pisces, and when he's like, oh, it's never going to happen, I'm like, stop saying that. What do I have to tell you? And then I hear him telling his friends, oh, you got to keep your vibrations high. You can't say negative things. I'm like, but you say negative things. Oh, well, so again, it's like, just because it happened in the past does not mean it's going to continue. It doesn't mean that it won't, but you've got to keep hopeful. You've got to keep putting out the positive. Anyway, that's a 5. We have some change happening with that also. Here we go. Next card up. Morality. Ooh. Morality is being very strict to what you believe. You have to watch out. Being very strictly controlled by what you believe to be right or wrong, and there's no gray in between. And again, I do feel there's another water sign around you that's kind of on that clingy side. So, sometimes having it very black and white isn't necessarily the way it needs to be in order to have relationships. Now, also, too, morality is very unforgiving. And that's the one thing. Your memory is very good, my Pisces. And, you might remember things that people are like, oh my gosh, how do you even remember that? There is something about letting go. There's also something about healing and forgiving yourself, or forgiving so that you can actually heal yourself. Okay? Okay, so watch out for that. There's a lot of, this is the way it needs to be done, and, you can't do it any other way. Not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm just saying these two, again, clinging to the past. This is the way it was done. We need to not do it that way, or we need to do it the way it was done. Very strict. It's kind of like, because you're having such strict, outlook, viewpoint, you're not necessarily enjoying and being a part of the moment. You're not, you're not relaxing and laughing with the moment. So it could be very much, like a kid, maybe you have a kid in your household and the kid comes and looks at you and has, something mud all over them. And instead of, breaking down and just laughing because the kid looks so funny and enjoying the moment, you're like, get out of here, get washed, I told you, So there's this kind of this very strong spirit that isn't necessarily helpful or healing. Okay, so be careful, be aware of that, because my Pisces, you connect to that spirit world. Anyway, next card. That was reversed. Courage. Courage. Changes aren't easy. Changes are not easy. And when you have changes, you need to stay strong. So, because there is some changes here. I know we don't have, we have 5 there, but, it's also changing your paradigm, changing your position also. So, again, what I was saying with this, sometimes, this is how my mother and father always did it. Well, kind of scary. Sounds like your mom or dad was kind of scary. But anyway, not to say, because my husband's mother was wonderful. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And let's see what we have. Reversed here. 8 of Gabriel. 8, unlimited opportunities. Again, it's the bottleneck reversed. And, things can only go up now. But 8s, Gabriel is fire energy, things happening faster. So, what you've been waiting for, a lot of times if you've been waiting for some changes, if you've been waiting, kind of that, that pause, and it's like, okay, when? All of a sudden, I don't know, it could be you're going to start the job tomorrow, your guests are here tomorrow, the baby's here tomorrow, all of this. It's like, wait a minute, I need more time. No, you don't have any more time. So always preparation to meet opportunity. Definition of luck. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communications. Next card, here we are. The Sun. Oh, I love this. I love Archangel Uriel. 1 and a 9, so we know the 1 is a new beginning, or a 10 transition. We've talked about the 9 already. Things happening. Add 1 plus 9, it comes to 10. Again, Uriel is one of the angels that I invite when we're doing our readings. I invite Uriel, Raphael, Michael, and Gabriel. So, I ask them to come and help me through these readings, to give me, of course, my higher power first, and then they give me some, just some added backup. But this is, again, this goes back to that first. Life is wonderful. This is a great time for you, okay? Whether you're not happy or not, whether you're happy or not, my Pisces, this is a great time. Enjoy it. Enjoy your time, okay? Sometimes we have to get out of ourselves. That's where this is happening, Anyway, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. And your last card of this is 3 of Raphael. Okay. Celebration. That goes back to what we began with. Raphael is water energy. Except whoever that other water sign is, they're just so whiny and clingy. But you know what? We love them anyway because they're part of our lives. And whoever that is, you're going to have to tell me. Well, maybe don't write it down. Anyway, 3 of Raphael, 3 energy again. So reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. Children, okay, let's see. Now, this is my guardian angel deck, Radley Valentine. We're going to pull just one. Very gentle, very caring. I do love this deck, but it's not a good deck to do general readings with because it's very wordy. Okay, so let's see. But as an overview, or it is good for that. Anyway, this is reversed. Here we are. The 9 of thought. So we have that 9 again. So we have some 3s. We have that 9 again. Thought is air energy. Okay, then this is exactly what this is all about, this clinging to the past and morality. Stop being so hard on yourself and turn your thoughts towards the positive. There's no need to worry. Anticipating the worst isn't helpful. Know that heaven will provide a solution. If you're experiencing sleepless nights or anxiety over a challenge in your life, Release the problem to your angels because there's so much wonderful stuff here. But again, my Pisces, you're always worried about when the rug's going to be pulled, okay? Let it go and stop being really hard on yourself. You know, this is lovely. The Nine of Thought, the Nine of Air. I love that. Oh, we have one more card. What crystal or energy would be good for my Pisces? So let's go on here. I love your energy. I love it. There's light, there's celebration. You know, the only thing is, yeah, we get in the way of ourselves, of so many of our blessings, don't we? We get in the way. It's kind of like, and then again, it's always like, yeah, oh yeah, it was a good blessing, but you know, there was a time that we needed money, my husband and I, Pisces, and it took him a while to really see this as a blessing. Well, it didn't take, I mean, I shouldn't say it that way, but you'll see the story. But then what happened was we needed money to pay the mortgage. I didn't have the money. And he likes to play the lottery, and he's looking at his numbers, and we got 5 out of 6 numbers. We were one off, and that one number was one off also. And it paid our mortgage. It was lovely. Now, many times people said, and even he said to beginning, well, you know, it would have been nice if we had gotten all 6 of those numbers. And it's like, but we paid our mortgage. Isn't that enough? Well, sometimes we want more. Okay, anyway, that was my story. Here we go. And again, higher power. Not me, not my higher power. Anyway, here we are. Last card. Jet. Oh, I like jet. I don't have jet. I have a lot of other black stones. And if you don't have jet, go ahead, use one of the other black stones, okay? Absorbs negativity, grounding, financial balance, healing, grief. So, my Pisces, you've got a really awesome thing happening. You know, we do tend to get in our way, like I said, and we do need to keep our words positive, okay? Anyway, if you enjoy my readings, remember the button. Please like, share, subscribe. It does help, and I thank you so much, my Pisces. As usual now, my Pisces, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.